Good morning, it's Robin from Roaming with Rover, and today's Friday, so that means Finish It Friday. So let's see how we're doing on our projects. Last week, if you remember, was our first Finish It Friday, and our first project was to get the temperature blanket complete. I had finished all my squares during the year as I was crocheting along, and I just needed to do all the finishing work. Just need to do all the finishing work. I had all the ends to weave in, have to block it, have to put some kind of trim around the blocks, and then put the whole thing together. Well, it went better than I thought. So here is the pile of squares, as you can see. All the different colors, I love them. Really, really pretty. Turned out really well. And as you can also see, I got all of the ends woven in. So that's completely finished. That took me 2 days of work. So just about what I expected. But we were busy here on the site, and so it was a good thing to work on because I could set it down and pick it up without losing my place. And it was a really good project for while work was busy. So all of my ends are woven in, as you can see. And as you can also see over there, wherever over there is, over there, I am blocking them. I have 4 of those blocks, and you can see I'm using the blocking pins that I got for Christmas. That is wonderful. They're so nice to work with. I can't believe how much easier it makes the process. So anyway, I'm blocking the squares. I'm about halfway done with blocking. That was January. Yeah, these ones are already blocked, these ones are not, so just about halfway done. It's taking longer than I thought because I can only put 1 block at a time on the blocking board. So I'm getting about 2 a day done by the time they are completely put on there and then dried out. So I get about 2 a day done, and then sometimes I forget to switch them out when it gets busy. So I'll have those done pretty quick. Anyway, I'm really liking how that's working out. Originally, I was going to use this beautiful classic shades sequins light. So nice. It's not super soft, but it's still nice. It's not going to work for the borders. It's just too thin. And I had forgotten I had used this in the blanket for one of the specialty rows, and I had to double it to do that. So this isn't going to work. This is not going to work. I will save these for a different project, and somewhere in the back I have some just plain black basic stitch that should work really well for that. So I'll dig that out in the next week or so. Maybe today. I thought I was going to get it done yesterday, but that didn't happen. So I'll get that dug out, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that black basic stitch. I think that should be the same weight. I think basic stitch is the same weight as the others, a 4 weight. That's all I need, a good 4 weight. Even if it's a light 4 weight, I think it'll be okay. So that's that. I think the progress is coming along very, very well. I'm quite pleased, and I'm really happy that I did this Finish It Friday, because I know me, I would have started 10 other projects like I have done, and I would never have gotten to it. So this is going really well. Moving week keeps getting pushed back, so now it's looking like the middle of next week, and that's one of my guys. Give me 1 second. So that's how Finish It Friday is going. I may or may not get it. I'll get some of the border on some of the squares this next week. I don't know how many, because it's going to be a really, really busy week with Ring Week coming up. So over and above that, this is what's going on. I started the sweater for my grandson. I'm struggling. The pattern is very easy, and it's a bag-o-day pattern. It is I wrote it down, the men's cabled pullover sweater. Really pretty sweater. pattern is, it's got a lot of detail. Let's see if you can see that up close. Yeah, can you see the cables in it? Really easy. You guys, I was shocked at how easy that cable work is. I'm following along on her video, and I got my little notebook and I wrote down step by step what the instructions are. Really, really easy to do. The problem I'm having is it's a man's sweater. So like with lady sweaters, if the weave is a little too loose and you can kind of see through it, we just throw on a tank top underneath, or you know, a little t-shirt. Well, he wants to wear this as a sweater, and so he's not going to wear another shirt underneath of it, and I'm concerned that the weave is too loose. Tell me what you guys think. Is this a weave that would work for a guy? I have already, it started out with a J hook. I started with a J hook, I dropped down to an I hook, and now I've dropped down to an H hook. I'm using my Furls, my pretty Furls purple streamlined acrylic. So this is a 5mm, and I've dropped it down, and then I had to fiddle with the pattern to adjust for the sizing. He's a medium, so this is what I've ended up with for how big it's gonna. Yeah, I'm just really worried. See, you can really see through that even. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, and I don't want to get the whole thing done and mail it off to him and have him go, oh, I don't like that. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this. I am not having a problem working with the yarn. The yarn is fine. Woolies, this is the Woolies Lion brand, 197 yards per skein, 80 acrylic, 20 wool. And let me tell you what, it picks up every single bit of stuff. I mean, I don't know. Not going the way I had hoped. I was so excited about this project. I am just about on the verge of frogging it. I did see a different pattern on her site. There's not a lot of nice looking men's crocheted sweater patterns out in the world. If you guys know of any, please give me a holler. Let me know, because I want this to be something he's happy with, he's proud of, and he wants to wear. And so far that's not happening. But I did see another one on her site yesterday, on Bag of Day's site yesterday, that looks like it might be a little more solid of a fabric. I'm gonna check that out today, and I'm having a conversation with my grandson, see what he thinks. So what else is happening? All right, so last week I told you about, let me get my notes. I told you about a couple of crochet alongs that are coming up. So the first one is the Cozy Collection crochet along. Starts on Monday the 17th, and the first item is the mittens, and the second item was the socks. So for the mittens, I decided on this, the Merino Whims. It's so pretty. This purple is so pretty, you guys. So this is what I'm gonna do. For once, I had the exact kind of yarn that they recommended. So this superwash merino wool and nylon should work up quite well for sediments. It's a 3-weight. Boy, it's pretty thin. I don't know. I think that's almost more of a 2, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to start that on Monday, and that'll be a set of mittens. We'll see how that goes. And then the following week is those socks, and the socks are they're a crocheted sock, which, as you know, crocheted socks aren't always, put that with the right project or I'll lose it. The crochet socks are not always very socky. They're more slippery. And so I told you I had some sock yarn somewhere, and I was able to find it yesterday. I dug it out yesterday and I found it. And it's Premier wool-free socks, super fine one. And this is 235 yards, 50 gram, and it's 97% acrylic, 7% PBT, whatever that is. I don't know, it kind of looks, the yarn is interesting. It's kind of like a spun. See how it looks sort of twisty in there? I don't know, we'll see. It's pretty, I like the color. The color is called Grand Canyon. I like it with the blues and the browns and the beige. It's gonna be pretty. So I'm just making a little ankle sock. That's what they're calling it, an ankle sock. I thought that would be a good way to jump in here. And then they do show you how to make regular socks if you want to go higher, clear up to and over the knee sock. That's not for me, but we'll see how that goes. I like this a lot. So I've got my sock yarn ready for the next week. Got my yarn ready for the mittens for the first week. And then the other crochet along starts today, and it's from Hooked on Homemade Crochet Along Mandala Blanket. It comes out every Friday for 10 weeks, and so you do a little bit of it every Friday. Her sample is the beautiful different shades of blues and beiges, and I want to say she used a Mandala yarn, I think so, and that's how she got all of her colors, so she didn't have to change her colors. I'm trying to use up yarn I already have. I did not want to buy anything new, and so I had the 2 buckets full of yarn last week. And what I did, I hope this is going to be okay, what I did is I went through and I picked out shades of beiges and grays and purples. I had enough different colors that I picked out 8 different colors, but like I said, they're varying shades of beiges and purples and grays. And I think it'll work. I'll go from light to dark, light to lighter, light as it gets darker. And so the lighter colors in the middle, obviously darker colors on the end. We'll see how it works out. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to work really, really well. And for that, I'm using my Furls Wooden Streamline H. This is also an H, and that's what it called for. And I don't think it matters in the least when I'm doing a blanket out of my own yarn. I'm just going to go. Just going to crochet and go. And as if that wasn't enough. And remember, I'm supposed to not be starting new projects. I'm supposed to be finishing up things that I've already got going. So the sweater is my #1 project. These other things, if I get them done, great. If not, great. But the other thing that I stumbled on the other day, there's a gal whose name, her channel is the Purple Yarnivore, and I'll put that information down below as well. Purple Yarnivore. And she does a monthly crochet along, and she picks a pattern that is fairly easy. I've watched her do a couple things, but this one caught my eye. So this is the book that she recommended. Okay, I just ordered this from Amazon. I got it, I want to say it was $12. It wasn't too bad, 12, 13 bucks. And it has a lot in it. There are, well, it doesn't say how many, but that many, that whole list of different items in the book. So it's got quite a few patterns in here, and they're very simply, they're all very simple patterns. So let me just show you a couple, and I'm just randomly showing you a couple things out of here. That's pretty. I want to make that. Ooh, that's pretty. So they're simple patterns. The premise, of course, is you're going to be making a lot of squares and rectangles and then sewing them together. So poncho-ish styles like that. I love the Rwanas. That's a new thing that I'm loving. These are pretty scarves. Of course, you know, look how dramatic that is. Oh yeah, I'm doing that. Not, oh, this is pretty. See, this is what I'm talking about, where girls can take a pretty sweater like that, wear it over another shirt, over a tank or something, and it's fine. But that's not going to work for my grandson, I don't think. So anyway, the project that she's doing this month, and it's for January, which of course here we are halfway through and I'm just barely getting started, but it's called the Heartland Shrug. Heartland Shrug. And it's one of those things where you do the big rectangle and then you sew it together. I've been wanting to make a shrug for a long time. It was one of the first items that kind of got me back into crocheting over a year ago. I have bought the yarn. It is in a bag sitting under my table, exactly where I know where it is, ready to go. So then I saw her talking about this. I liked the pattern. It takes the exact yarn that I have, the exact yarn, and it's the Heartland. I think that was the Heartland. I think so. Let's look. Let's look. Lion Brand Heartland. They used a Mammoth Cave. Mine is a blue. I don't remember what it's called. Olympic, I think it is. I think mine's Olympic blue, and a size K hook. So I kind of thought that was meant to be. That almost counts as getting a project done, because I've already got everything for it, and that's what I'm wanting to do, is to use up some of this stuff that I have. So even if I don't get it done during January with her, I do want to do that. That project is on the horizon. It's on my list, in my book. We'll see. It shouldn't take long to do. I looked at the pattern. It's all double crochets, the main body, and then the ribbing, ribbing, edging, and the cuff. It's got a little cuff. Is made from a star stitch, it looks like. And I've seen people do the star stitch. I've seen a few tutorials. It doesn't look terribly hard. So that's what's going on. We gotta keep plowing away on the temperature blanket. That's gonna be so pretty. And then that'll be done. It could possibly be done within 2 weeks. Maybe. Get that temperature blanket done. Figure out what I'm gonna do with the grandson sweater. Start that blanket that's gonna use up a lot of yarn. Start the new project of the mittens. Mittens, I mean, how long do mittens take? Maybe a week? I don't know. The mittens, the socks, and the shrug. Mittens, socks, shrug are new. Blanket. Well, you know me, I've always got way too many projects going, and a move in the middle there. The move could go either way. Sometimes it's a lot of work for us. Sometimes, as the boss says, just sit back and watch the parade. That's the fun parts. Watching this stuff get moved. These parts are enormous, and there will be semi after semi after semi loaded with this stuff. It's a cool process to watch. Where we're moving from, our next location is about, I don't know, 30 miles maybe from where we are, just down the road and up. It's actually a little closer to town than where we are now, so that's nice. That's about it. I can't think of anything else that we need to talk about. No. Super happy to visit with you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a wonderful month. I hope this year is better than anything that's happened for you in the past. So happy to see you guys. Bye-bye.